Hi, do you want more health, overall happiness, money and ease in your daily life? Then make sure to check this video because we are going to talk about beating meat. And just to be sure, we're talking about eating habits here. Hi, my name is Bas, Dimfy is hiding behind the camera, and welcome to another episode of A Simple Guide to a Sustainable Life, the place where we share everything we know in order to help you become simply sustainable. If you are interested in learning more about it, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. That way you can help our very own green community grow, and we love you for that. This video is part of the Impact Top 10 series. If you have no clue what it means and you're new to this channel, please check the link up here and watch the playlist first. If you continue watching, we assume you already did the hidden impact test. If you haven't, check the link up here or down below in the description, or go to the previously mentioned playlist. Now that's out of the way, let's dive into the video. Most likely, just like most people, you like to eat meat. Whether as a snack or with a meal, you do it at home, at a restaurant, or at a barbecue at a friend's place. And why? Well, let's be honest, we can afford it and it sure tastes good, so why wouldn't you, right? Well, if you did the test, most likely you found out that the second biggest category is eating meat. Well, maybe not just your category, because the meat your pets eat also are included. And how is it possible that our current way of eating meat is unsustainable? First of all, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, cattle breeding accounts for 14.5% of all greenhouse gases. This means it's one of the largest contributors. But we're not just talking about CO2. There are two very important other gases that could be even worse for the environment, namely methane and nitrous oxide. 44% of all greenhouse gases from livestock is methane, which is 28 times more damaging to the environment than CO2 is. Nitrous oxide is 265 times more damaging, and it accounts for 29% of all greenhouse gases emitted by livestock. According to many researchers, we increase our risk of various diseases such as colorectal cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and type 2 diabetes when we eat a lot of red meat or highly processed meat. Deforestation is one of the biggest sources for CO2 emissions, and it mainly happens to create more livestock breeding land. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, this causes a great loss of biodiversity, and it also decreases the strength and size of very important ecosystems such as the Amazon rainforest. This, combined with the terrible way we treat our livestock, can really increase the chance for new diseases to arise that can go from animals to humans and create new pandemics such as the current coronavirus. And there are many more negative side effects as well, such as acidification of our agricultural land and soil water, soil erosion, and the list goes on and on. These facts are all pretty depressing, so let's see what we can do to make it better. Let's start by looking at the H.O.M.E technique and the 5R pyramid again, just like in the previous video. This really helped us to make certain difficult choices because Dimfy and I were raised with the idea that eating meat is very normal and healthy for us. So here's our list of advantages to eat less or no meat. In the health department, after we heard the previous facts, we decided it would be a lot healthier for us to stop eating meat or eat less meat. And in hindsight, we both lost a little weight and we also feel more energetic and healthy.
Woo!
That is, until I had to go in quarantine. Next up, overall happiness. Dimfy and I wanted to know more about a plant-based diet versus eating meat and the effects of it. We started to read up on it and watch all kinds of documentaries, such as The Game Changers, Forks Over Knives, Cowspiracy, Earthlings, etc.
What the hell?
Some of these documentaries are not for the faint of heart, so viewer discretion is absolutely advised here. If you don't want to watch these documentaries yourself, you can always watch our reviews, which we are going to do a little later on. After watching all these documentaries, Dimfy and I thought we would really gain something in this department because we knew a whole lot more about the entire meat production and the consequences of putting a little piece of meat in our mouths. Dimfy and I really can't can't remember the last time we bought a piece of meat in the supermarket, but unfortunately we still eat a piece of meat every now and then because it is incorporated in so many products. And we also don't want to be too harsh on ourselves. We're very happy that we are contributing less in this department as ever before, even though we're not completely vegetarian or even vegan yet. We still find it difficult not to eat meat entirely. But surely but slowly we're getting there, mainly because we met people in our journey recently that really help us in times of need. Money. Also in this department we thought we could gain something because fruit, beans and vegetables are often a lot cheaper than meat, especially if you buy them in the right season and locally. It certainly saves us money at the end of the month. Okay, meat replacements can be very expensive sometimes, but we don't eat a lot of those. And the money we do save, we spend on better quality products such as organic fruits and vegetables. Ease. We thought beforehand that eating less to no meat would be difficult. And to be honest, it sure can be at times. But luckily, we found some positive sides as well lately. For instance, I find doing groceries a lot easier because most of the produce and fruits are in the front of the store, so I'm often done within 5 minutes. Another big bonus point is that a lot of things do not have to be cooked as long. In fact, some things you can eat raw. And something I personally really like about certain spices or vegetables is that you can put them in the jar, in the window pane, and you can regrow it yourself. We often grow our own chives, spring onions and bok choy, and we can grab it whenever we want to. This not only saves money, but is also very easy. After we finished the home technique, we went through the 5R pyramid again. And the first and most powerful R is refuse. As we found out, yep, it's actually possible to refuse to eat meat. 10 years ago, I would have called someone crazy whenever I heard them say they would refuse meat. Now I do it on a daily basis. And sure, it can be difficult sometimes, but here are some facts that can make it a little easier for you to do as well. Fact number 1 kilo of beef produces 10 to 30 more times CO2 than 1 kilo of tofu. Number 2, your impact on the environment can be lowered 50 to 70% when you switch to a plant-based diet. Number 3, if we switch from meat to protein-rich beans, we can still eat as much as we do right now. The only difference would be that 42% of all agricultural land in the United States would instantly become free for use again.
What the fuck?
The bottom line is you can make a really big difference on the environment if you choose to refuse to put certain things in your mouth.
Your mouth!
If you don't want to refuse, you can always reduce. First of all, you have the power to choose to eat less meat. A good example could be to have like a meat on Monday type of solution or use meat vouchers. This might seem as a strange idea, but it can really help. Basically what you do, you give yourself a certain amount of vouchers for eating meat. So let's say 2 for dinner, 2 for breakfast, 2 for lunch and 2 for a snack. If you eat one of them, you put your voucher in a jar, and if you run out, tough luck, you have to wait until next week until you get to eat some more. This system can work pretty well until you don't need it anymore. You can also choose to eat smaller amounts each time you do eat meat. According to many researchers, we eat too much anyway, so it's not only healthy for you, but also for the environment. You can also really lower your impact on the environment by choosing different kinds of meat. Check this chart for instance. You can see that pork or chicken are less impactful on the environment on multiple levels than beef is. Nowadays, there are a lot of options for replacing meat with vegetarian or vegan options. Just a small side note, they are often highly processed, and even though they are vegan or vegetarian, it doesn't mean that they are much healthier. The best thing you can do is just replace meat with healthy substitutes such as mushrooms or beans.
Much tastier ingredients.
And just in case you were wondering, we looked into cultured meat as well, but for now we don't have enough evidence to have a good opinion on it. If you have any new information on it, drop a comment down below. The next R is reuse. In most cases, but not all, you can reuse your meat in the next meal. Dimfy and I often eat something for lunch if we couldn't finish it the day before. You can also give some leftover meat to your meat eating pet. They will most definitely love you extra for it. Just make sure that they are allowed to eat it. Next up is recycle. Meat is something edible, so it can be hard to recycle, but it can be done, for instance, with bokashi. This way you can use something that is really not compostable and use it for something else. The last R stands for rot. Yes, meat rots, but you don't want to do this in your home because this stinks like hell and it attracts all kinds of vermin. We also read some people would throw it out into nature, but this causes some problems as well. We feel that it's a big waste to kill an animal and not eat it. The best thing you can do is to prevent rotting from even happening and go through the 5 R's first. And these are our tips for now. Go ahead, pick a couple that you think you will enjoy and try them out yourself. Of course, there are many more things that can be done, so if you want more tips and tricks, you can go to our Facebook and Instagram page. If you have any good tips yourself, please share it with us and leave a positive comment down below. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave us a like and share it. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell and help our very own green community grow. The meat category was just 1 of 10, so there is more that can be done. If you want to know what else you can do, make sure to check out our other videos. The next video is going to be about your house. For now, thank you for watching and we hope to see you in one of our other videos. Houdoe! We increase our risk. What the heck?
Crazy. I just can't see.
Stop.
And we love you for that.
And we love you for that.
Woo! Ah.
Yes.
Okay, go.